Welcome to the silence before your storm. Welcome to the moment when the air grows heavy because your name has started to travel through whispers and warnings. There are some people who thought you were finished, who believed you had reached your last chapter, who smiled while they doubted your strength. They went searching for answers about you, paid for cards and candles and secrets, thinking they would find your weakness. But instead, when your name touched the table, the energy shifted. The reader's hands trembled, the flame bent low, the cards refused to lie, because your energy cannot be read by those who do not understand power that is earned through pain. They didn't know what your silence was hiding. They didn't understand that your setbacks were not signs of failure, but signs of a transformation too big for their imagination. When they asked the universe about you, they expected an ending. They expected to hear that you were done, but the universe laughed in their faces. It showed them towers falling, but not yours. It showed them wheels turning, but not in their favor. It showed them the truth, that your energy cannot be erased, your purpose cannot be bought, and your name has already been written in a language only the brave can read. You see, people fear what they cannot define. They fear the one who walks through storms and still sees the sunrise. They thought you were struggling, but you were shedding. You are outgrowing spaces they still dream of fitting into. They tried to read your future, but how can anyone read a story still being written by divine persistence? You are not a chapter in someone else's prophecy. You are the prophecy itself. When your name was spoken in that quiet, candlelit room, the cards revealed something they didn't expect, an unstoppable energy wrapped in scars, protected by faith and guided by something stronger than luck. You have been through shadows that would have ended others, yet you walked out of them carrying light in your hands. You learned that the dark is not your enemy, it's your training ground. Every tear, every silence, every sleepless night carved something eternal into your soul. They asked, "What's next for you?" hoping to hear that you were broken. But the reading told them something else, that your rebirth would echo, that your strength would multiply, that the very ones who doubted you would watch your rise in disbelief, that your name carries storms now, that your silence holds thunder, that your dreams are too loud to be hidden. There is something divine about the way you are underestimated. Every time they whispered behind your back, the universe listened. Every time they questioned your worth, the universe kept score. And now, those whispers have become their warnings. Those doubts have become their lessons. Because when they tried to seek answers about your energy, they forgot. Energy cannot be contained, and yours is ancient, relentless, and unforgettable. They thought your pain was weakness. They never understood that pain is your architect. It built the foundation you stand on now. It gave you the eyes to see through deception, the heart to endure loneliness, and the fire to rise again and again. They didn't destroy you, they awakened you. They pushed you into your purpose without even realizing it. So now when your name echoes in those readings, the cards don't show endings, they show awakenings. They show victory born out of silence. They show someone who has mastered patience, who knows that revenge isn't noise, it's evolution. You don't chase validation anymore. You've outgrown it. You don't need to be understood. You're destined to be felt. Your presence alone carries a frequency that makes liars stutter and pretenders uncomfortable. Your story is not for the faint of heart. It's not meant to be explained. It's meant to be experienced. You are proof that divine timing is not delayed. It's deliberate. Every closed door, every betrayal, every dark night was a step toward alignment. They thought you were lost, but you were being redirected. They thought you were forgotten, but you were being refined. And now, they can't stop watching. They feel your shift before you even speak. The air around you feels different because it is. The same people who questioned you are now haunted by your silence. The same ones who laughed at your struggle now replay your strength in their minds. You've become the lesson they didn't know they needed, the mirror they didn't want to face. Because when you rise in truth, every false version of you that they created begins to crumble. Every rumor, every doubt, every false narrative collapses under the weight of your authenticity. The cards told them that your purpose cannot be delayed, that your blessings cannot be stolen, and that your energy cannot be replicated. You are one of one. The blueprint, not the copy. The reason the room feels different when you walk in. You are not here to prove them wrong. You are here to prove yourself right. You don't move for applause. You move for purpose. You don't need them to see your worth. You've already seen it reflected in your survival. You are not here to impress. You are here to impact. So when the world doubts you again, and it will, remember this moment. Remember that even the ones who tried to read your downfall ended up seeing your rise. Remember that your name shook the tarot table because it carries a destiny too powerful to be predicted. Remember that your journey was never meant to be easy. It was meant to be legendary, because legends are not made in light. They are forged in darkness. And you, my friend, have mastered the dark. And so, the cards kept falling, one after another, like confessions from the universe itself. Each symbol, each sign, each flicker of light whispered one truth. They tried to measure something that cannot be measured. Your spirit doesn't live within limits. You were never made to be small enough for someone else's interpretation. You are too vast, too layered, too destined for something beyond comprehension. They looked for closure in your story, but your story doesn't close. It expands. They thought the reading would reveal an ending, but instead, it revealed their reflection. Because when they asked the universe about you, the energy turned back on them. Every hidden intention, every secret jealousy, every silent curse, they saw it. They felt it. The cards didn't expose you. They exposed themselves. And in that moment, they realized that your name carries protection that no darkness can touch. That every time they tried to send you confusion, it returned to them as clarity of their own mistakes. You've been protected in ways you'll never fully understand. There were nights when you felt alone, but your spirit was surrounded by quiet strength. Forces that moved unseen were making sure your path stayed aligned, even when you couldn't see the way forward. That's why no attack ever worked. That's why every attempt to break your energy ended with your glow shining brighter. You are not lucky. You are chosen. And being chosen doesn't mean it's easy. It means your path comes with pressure, but that pressure creates diamonds. There's something almost poetic about the way your pain turned into purpose. You didn't beg the world to see you. You made it impossible for them to ignore you. You took everything that tried to silence you and turned it into the reason your voice carries power. You no longer explain yourself because your existence is your explanation. You no longer chase what left because what's meant for you will never require you to shrink to fit it. You've learned the sacred art of patience, the knowing that divine timing doesn't ask for permission. When they paid for that reading, they thought they'd gain control. They wanted answers that would make them feel superior. But the truth humbled them, because the moment your name appeared, something in the air shifted. The cards turned heavy, the flame flickered in warning, and the reader's eyes widened, realizing the energy in front of them wasn't to be toyed with. The reading became a mirror of consequence. It reminded them that when you move with pure intent, the universe defends you in silence. They tried to decode your peace, not realizing peace is the reward of those who've already survived the storm. You are walking proof that nothing formed against you can prosper, not because you fight harder, but because your spirit already stands in victory. You don't chase revenge, you attract resolution. You don't waste energy explaining your worth, you embody it. And that quiet confidence is what unsettles those who still operate in fear. You've become a mystery, not because you hide, but because you no longer need to be seen to be felt. You vibrate at a frequency that no low intention can reach. That's why doors open without explanation. That's why opportunities appear at the exact moment you release control. That's why the same people who once doubted you now whisper your name with awe. Your transformation is the kind that demands attention, not through noise, but through undeniable evidence. And here's the truth they didn't expect. When your energy evolves, it changes the room before you even enter. People can feel when you've stopped needing their approval. They can sense when you've detached from comparison. They can see when your spirit has become unshakable. It's not arrogance. It's alignment. It's not pride. It's power. The kind of power that's earned, not given. The kind that makes silence louder than any speech. Every scar on your soul tells a story of survival. Every lesson, every heartbreak, every setback was a chapter in your evolution. You've been through moments that tried to erase you, but you turned them into reminders of your resilience. That's why your name now carries weight. It's written in perseverance. It's wrapped in grace. And when the universe calls your name, it answers with thunder. They asked for your future, but they saw your prophecy. They saw doors opening, blessings multiplying, and peace wrapping around your life like armor. They saw that you are not in competition with anyone because your journey is unique to your design. They saw that your energy heals what it touches, inspires what it encounters, and awakens what it approaches. They saw a light too powerful to be contained by gossip, doubt, or fear. And now, they carry that realization like a shadow, always behind them, reminding them of what they once underestimated. You've become their lesson in humility. The energy they tried to control has become the reminder that the divine cannot be manipulated. The reader might have tried to soften the truth, but truth doesn't soften, it reveals. And what was revealed that night was destiny, unshakable and untouchable. So if you ever doubt your progress, remember this. Your energy was powerful enough to shake the unseen. Your growth became so undeniable that even those who didn't believe in you had to face your light through spiritual revelation. Your name carried through the air, and even the cards spoke in your favor. You didn't need to defend yourself. The universe did it for you. You have walked through shadows with dignity. You have turned every loss into alignment. You have learned that forgiveness is freedom, not weakness. And while they were busy discussing you, you were busy becoming the version of yourself that destiny always intended. The one who walks without fear, the one who no longer explains, the one whose silence is strategy and whose energy speaks first. The truth is, you were never meant to be understood by everyone. You were meant to be remembered by those who dared to doubt you. You were meant to be the proof that light born in darkness burns differently, stronger, steadier, and eternal. You are not here to blend in. You are here to awaken others simply by existing. And now, your name is not just a name. It's a frequency. It's the vibration of resilience, of rebirth, of divine timing fulfilled. The tarot didn't destroy you. It destroyed the illusion that you were ever ordinary. There comes a point in every chosen soul's journey when the air itself begins to recognize their power. The moment when everything that once broke you now bows before your growth. That is the season you are walking into. You are no longer the person they once tried to read. You are the energy they can no longer define. The same cards that trembled at your name now shimmer with reverence, because your spirit has elevated beyond prediction. You are living proof that faith is stronger than fear, and that silence is louder than noise. They thought they could understand your path through symbols, through signs, through spreads of fate. But what they didn't realize is that your story isn't written in cards. It's written in stars. It's written in the rhythm of destiny that cannot be altered by human hands. The universe doesn't consult opinions before it blesses you. It doesn't ask permission to crown you. You were always meant to rise, and now your rise is unfolding in real time, visible, undeniable, unstoppable. When they called your name in that reading, the energy in the room changed because your vibration demanded respect. The air became thick with truth. The candles flickered not in fear, but in acknowledgement. The cards spoke not of endings, but of evolution. What they saw was a cycle completed, karma fulfilled, balance restored, and a new chapter forming out of divine justice. What they felt was the power of a soul that has survived the fire and learned to command it. You are the living reminder that what is meant for you will always find you, even if it has to travel through storms and silence. You've become so aligned that even the unseen bends in your favor. The obstacles that once intimidated you now look small because you've seen what you can endure. You've seen yourself stand in ashes and build again. You've seen yourself walk through endings and still find beginnings. That's the kind of power that can't be taught. It's forged in surrender, refined in patience, and crowned in resilience. They don't understand how you keep moving forward after everything. They can't comprehend how your light still burns after the darkness you've faced. But that's because they mistake your peace for passivity. They mistake your patience for weakness. They don't know that your silence is strategic. It's the pause before revelation. It's the breath before breakthrough. It's the space where miracles are formed. You have entered a season where your energy will speak before you do. People will feel your shift without needing explanation. Doors will open because your vibration has outgrown resistance. The same mouths that once spoke doubt will now speak your name in admiration. The same eyes that overlooked you will now search for your presence. That is what happens when divine timing catches up to your preparation. The tarot didn't destroy them because of what it showed about you. It destroyed them because it showed them themselves. It showed them the weight of their envy. It revealed the cost of underestimating a soul protected by purpose. It made them realize that every attempt to harm you became a seed for your elevation. Every shadow they cast only gave your light more reason to shine. The universe doesn't punish in anger, it teaches through reflection. And now, they are facing lessons written by their own intentions. But you are walking freely, unbound by the past, untouched by their confusion. You have outgrown the need for revenge. You have outgrown the need to be seen. You are learning that peace is the loudest victory, that purpose is the truest power. You don't need to chase recognition when you've already been chosen by destiny itself. You are in alignment, and alignment makes noise without you ever raising your voice. You have reached the point where you no longer seek signs. You are the sign. People look at you and see proof that transformation is real, that faith works, that perseverance pays off. You have become the evidence that everything happens in divine order. The heartbreak, the losses, the delays, all of it was rearranging your timeline to make sure you received what was meant for you without compromise. You are the person they can't figure out because you don't react the way they expect. When the world tests you, you respond with grace. When they doubt you, you respond with progress. When they whisper, you build. And that energy is what makes the universe conspire in your favor. That's why every setback turned into a setup. That's why every loss introduced a greater gain. That's why every closed door was never rejection, it was protection. And now, as your energy rises, so does your reach. You are no longer chasing purpose. You are walking in it. You are no longer asking if you're ready. You're realizing you always were. The world needed you to doubt yourself long enough to build humility, but now it needs you to remember who you are. A force that cannot be dimmed, a light that cannot be silenced, a destiny that cannot be delayed. They once paid for a reading to understand your path, but now they watch it unfold in real time, and it's more magnificent than any card could have predicted. You've become a living prophecy, the kind that doesn't just speak of change, but embodies it. You are walking proof that when divine hands guide your life, no human interference can alter the outcome. So stand tall in your stillness. Walk boldly in your purpose. The universe has already confirmed what you are: unstoppable. Your rise is not revenge, it's restoration. It's not about proving them wrong, it's about proving that faith never fails. And soon, they will realize that what they feared wasn't your success, it was your strength. They feared the reflection of what they could have been had they chosen growth instead of gossip, love instead of envy, light instead of shadow. Your name no longer shakes the tarot table because of mystery. It shakes it because of mastery. You've mastered yourself, your energy, your emotions, your path. You are no longer waiting for signs that you're on the right track. You are the sign, the evidence, the living miracle of divine timing fulfilled. So when they speak your name now, it is not in mockery, but in awe. They remember the day they tried to define you through their limited understanding, and now they see what the universe already knew, that your journey was never theirs to interpret. You were never meant to fit inside their readings, their expectations, or their timelines. You were written by something higher, and every storm you survived was proof that you were being refined, not ruined. Your silence was never surrender. It was strategy. You were gathering power in the shadows while the world underestimated you. Now you walk with the kind of calm that terrifies the unprepared, a calm born from knowing that everything meant for you is already yours. You no longer chase, you attract. You no longer explain, you embody. You've learned that destiny is not something to be read, it's something to be lived, and you are living it beautifully, powerfully, deliberately. The same energy that once trembled in the tarot room now walks beside you, clearing paths, opening doors, aligning miracles. You've become the vibration of purpose itself, and those who once sought to understand you now seek to learn from you. So let them remember that night when your name shook the tarot table. Let them remember how their curiosity turned into revelation. Let them remember that you cannot destroy what was divinely protected, because you are not a prediction, you are proof. Proof that light born from darkness can never be dimmed. Proof that no reading, no rumor, no resistance can stand against a soul that knows its worth.